find myself in time of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be, let it be.
I say it's the greatest story ever told. You know, it's like better than the Bible. There's so many. When you really get down into it and like learn about where they came from and how crazy it was, how big they were, how unprecedented that was, and how fast, and how so many things in their career, it was the first time that had ever happened to anybody. So they were all figuring out, and they weren't like the most educated people. Like they were a little, you know, they were like working class. Not all of them, you know. Then you can get into that discussion. Like, well, they weren't really. John was actually kind of like a middle class. Ringo was lower class, you know. So it's like guys talking about baseball or something a little bit. Fred is like that, actually. We talked. First thing he said to me when I saw him was like, "Did you hear Abbey Road? Have you heard the remastered Abbey Road?" I'm like, "Yes. Here's my issue with it." You know, it's not my favorite album of theirs. I don't love Abbey Road as much. But then we sit and talk about that for 2 hours.
Can you talk about the mono records versus the stereo?
See, I'm not really an audiophile, but I do understand. I think I like the mono better because that's the one where they kind of spend a little more time. And then when they start getting silly, they're getting a little cute with the panning and everything. That starts to bug me when I notice it. I'm like, oh, there's a tambourine just all the way in the left, just you know. So I'm such a big Beatles fan that now I'm in a place where I like to kind of like think about what I don't like about them or what. And I did this on Office Hours where we really analyzed the White Album. And I started going, you know what? All of Paul's songs are novelty songs. All of them. There's like 3 that aren't. But his contribution is so significant on the other Beatles, on the John and George's songs. But then you say like what is Rocky Raccoon? Is that I love it because it's so part of my childhood. But is that a good song? Do we want to listen to Rocky Raccoon? I don't know.
The new mastered version. George Martin Jr. added a few more pig sounds to it.
In the sky, there's something lacking. They don't tell what goes on around.
When you go to see Paul McCartney, and he tells the same stories every time.
Oh, you know, yeah. I always think he's got the worst rock leader banter with the audience. Yeah, all right, cool. You know, like yeah. Like it's really just that. How's everybody doing? How is everyone? You know, like nothing. Yeah, you know how he does that. Yeah, you know the thing with John was to write music all the time. You know, he always says you know. I always joke that he says you know because everybody knows what he's about to say. You know this one. You know this story. I've told it so many times. What a rambling chat, which I love it.
I'll talk about it more. I ordered the children's book that he just wrote, and I have lots
just wrote it down. You know, just children's books. You know,
it's not a good book.